ever fail never crossed my mind. Somewhere out there, hear my demons screaming, I will never. I think I just crossed that line. I'm kinda done with hanging out in bottle service. You confuse me, yeah, you use me, but that's just as well. Hungry people trying to break me make me kinda nervous. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but the only thing that I know is that I'll find my way out of this wasteland. Cause this wasteland ain't home. With extra time I could have made up better words and letters. Pale shadows of my heroes help me rule the night. Somewhere out there hear my people screaming, do it better. I'm just an echo of the things I like. I'm tired of never feeling like I'll serve a purpose. Snow on mirrors, future killers, yeah, just be yourselves. Hungry people always stressing, yes, and never surface. Just goes to show that you never can tell. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but the only thing that I know is that I'll find my way out of this wasteland. Cause this wasteland ain't home. If I don't believe in all the old gods or the new, how am I supposed to find my way? Searching the universe for something we can do, and living to fight another day. And that's okay. We're falling from on top of the tree house, and no one cares if we go. I stumble over to a policeman. He says, son, you better get back home. And everybody's laughing at me now, from their faces covered in snow. I'm trying to be the best I can be now. They say make it something we know. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but my pride will be the first thing to go. I gotta get out of this wasteland, cause this wasteland ain't wasteland ain't show that you never can tell. Does everybody live in a dreamland? Is this dreamland all that we know? Swallowing us up in an avalanche and blurring these lines with smoke. They tell me that I should be a real man, but the only thing that I know is that I'll find my way out of this wasteland. Cause this wasteland ain't home.
Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Gonna continue just playing some Final Fantasy. We're just washed up. Dale in his open arms as his hired hands are nowhere to be found. That's Cecil Severin, and he's never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round them up and let them know that Dale would like a word, and don't take no for an answer. Gotcha. We can do that. Where are you? There you are. Water. Work, huh? Can't work when my hands are full lifting this mug. You know, I'd wait till my last guild, you'd never guess what I'm drinking. Swill wine. Well, you're right about the swill part. I reckon it might be worth a day of doing Stairwind's chores if it'll afford me a taste of proper grog. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Hey, where are you? There you are, right there. How am I supposed to work on an empty stomach? Go on, have a guess at what I had for breakfast. Breaded sticks. Well, gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? Probably smells as wooden as the food tasted. But I know why you're here. I just as soon as get some real food in me, but I ain't one to reject us almost from the... You best be going. I got 3 more. Yep, baby. Yes, man. Where are you? There you are. Axes were made for splitting skulls, not stumps. You know what I did in my sailing days? Skirmishing? You bet your beard I did, lad. Aye, those were the days. I reckon now I'll have to be satisfied with taking my axe to the it's been a fun day. Come on. We're good. Just chilling, playing some axe wielding crazy adventure. Right, I'm 7. You're the old man's errand boy now. Tell my dear old captain not to wet his bridges. I'll be along. Oh, and just so we're clear, I don't care for landlubbers. You'll find the Turkabirds are rude in on it. Whatever you say, sir. This one seems to be over this way. Here's this free worm here. I have to figure that out later. Well, look it up, yeah. You know about you. Oh, yeah. That's definitely uh, fixed. Hmm. That's just outright. Yeah, perfect. Target. Husky. And I'm gonna put you right. So you're not covering everything. Uh, so much better. Oh, so much better. Oh, there you are. You're over there. Up here. There we go. Um, so still in center. And what do you reckon I say to that? Luck is for the weak and witless. Damn right. Didn't get where I am by taking guff from any glorified godless. But I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. Best to get. Oh, ugh, it's good. On your job. You continue to impress me, lad. All but Severin are accounted for. No fault of yours, he's grown down. I let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. But rest assured the next time I see him, when I'm squarely in the dirt for all such work. Complete. I just unlocked the beast cage. I just got this delivery time for all nearby, so it's nearby. That's my extent. Yahoo! Double deal. Delrin worries his sack of oranges will not reach the Loth Argon checkpoint. I'll help you out. Pains me to say, but all the gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who can be trusted, but then there are others. Until now, I've had no choice but to rely on that charlatan Severin. Even though I'm full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back. More than once I heard of improper training with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if that were happening right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Severin. I want you to find and confront the boss for me, must say help. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Rex X for doubt. Press X for doubt. I so doubt you. I'm gonna press X for doubt. Yep. That'll be interesting. Bloody hell. I'm up the street with that paddle. Yeah. What's this now? Dowrin sent you for the oranges, huh? So the old bugger had known all this time. What does it matter anyway? Listen, you're one of those goody-good adventure types, right? You're rescuing mates from those double-dealing goblins. They're just over yonder by the bonfire. Okay, got some gobies and goblins. My dodo would have been cooked dodo. I know you would. Would have gone away myself enough for Seven shoving me aside. Hey, welcome to the stream. How's your day been so far? Severin sent you. The way he flew out of here, I was sure he sold us down the river. Okay, that's done. Time to go back to this guy. Severin. You saved me mates, and for that I owe you. Suppose I should be ashamed I couldn't clean up my own mess. But a pirate, there's no shame. I have no qualms about going back on my word. I'm over giving you the sack because I like the cut of your jib. Take it to Ossine and send him my regards. I will do just that. Where do I go? Tickets this way. How are you today? Let's deliver these oranges. That's the person right there. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms, and as scheduled. Oh, there's a first timer everything. Yeah, here you go. Oh, look at that. Not a single one missing either. That's the only things that's not here are those fragments. I don't miss them one bit. Here, Stalewind's payment of four with you. I can trust it'll reach him? Yes, you can trust me. I'm not going to pocket any gil. You have no idea what you're talking about. Takes the gil, puts it in my pocket. The only issue I have with starting out in this game is you don't get mounts. Oh, why? Being level 30 quests, no looks. Lovely. I have to run everywhere. But we'll get there soon enough. Have you played Final Fantasy XIV before? If so, how far have you gotten, depending on how far you know, what's your favorite part of the story? Minus the spoilers, of course. Just to be safe. Back in one piece, that's relief. How did you fare, Masation? Here's your money. This is what I was aiming for. Looks to be all I was owed, alright? Now, I'd be telling you false if I claimed I had not held out for more hope for Severin. I was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but to sell a short in favor of those godforsaken goblins? You do well to mind yourself around that too, Gil Chief. If he'd leave his own mates for dead, there's no telling what he'd do to you. Through that, loam maintenance. Norkant seeks fertile soil to improve the yields of his newly plowed fields. Last, at this rate, the crops will never be ready for harvest. For me, this is not my first playthrough now. This is my fifth character. Yeah, my main one is up to date. Like, up to the current patch. If only we had Black Loam. If the bakers send us stock for it. But what's it? I'll bet Rotwida knows where you might find some. Perhaps you might pay her a visit in the auction. So, I pretty much know the story right up to the current patch. I just decided to play through as Marauder and relive the glory of the long slug that is Around Reborn. So, that Gurk can's got a head of cabbage if he thinks I'm fetching him any black room. If you dare to pinch some from Cookpot, then be my guest. Just mind you don't get trampled upon by the Uroks. Once you have 3 bushels worth, take the black loom to Perethwal at Tiller's Rest. He'll know what to do. It's an email. These names. They're all over the place. And if you want to support the stream, you can check out w.gg and use my code, which is Bambo736, capital B, Bambo. Or you can basically use tips to play some sound alerts, all in my about section. Go down below. Oh yeah, Dawn Trail's alright. I think my favorite expansion was Endwalker. Like I didn't mind. I mean, Heaven's Ward. I wasn't a big fan of Dawnblood or Shadowbringers. Dawn Trails. Yeah. I think when I started playing, Shadowbringers had just dropped. And by the time I caught up to Dawn Trail, like, caught up to the end of Endwalker, Dawn Trail was like a month and a half from coming out. I was like, it took me a bit to get through, but I just took my time and Shadowbringer was alright. I just, once you hit about the halfway mark, it just kind of dragged for me. But that's me. I found myself just being like, okay, can we get through the story? You know, pick up the story. Right after the, I'm trying to say it without spoiling it, the one you go up the mountain to fight. It kind of dragged until the end of Shadowbringers where it really ramped up. The one I really didn't like was Stormblood. That one really dragged. And Endwalker was amazing. Ah, even the weeds wither and die in this desolate dirt. Here's some Buckland. Yes. But a bit of this Blackclimb ought to change all that. I haven't seen any in ages. Gathering Blackclimb is not for the weak of will, nor the weak of stomach, eh? But, oh, don't tell me, Guru Khan, and Lord White and neglected to mention where Blackclimb comes from. I'll sure you figured out on your own from the cloying stench. It comes from the Uruk's lair of all places. Yeah, I kind of figured. And well, why dwell on who misled whom about what? What matters is that your efforts have brought us Blackclimb. We can expect a plentiful harvest as a result then. Oh no, thank you very much, because I'm going to take some money. Now shares the swords. Breathwell needs Stolen farm tools recovered. Yes, that's just me with the story. Like, I like it when it's constantly moving forward. The story just gets a bit too much when it bogs down, which has a habit of doing about the halfway mark in most expansions, except for Endwalker. Confounded pirates, they know nothing of tilling, only killing, stealing out shovels to melt and forge into axes of all. They bite in the hand that feeds them the main can't tongue tied on that word. Mangy mongrels. I'd love to teach their curs a lesson in obedience myself, if I hadn't sworn to Starim that I would fight them. So I need you to bring back our farm tools and make sure those dogs reap what they sow. So, I can do that, fight some pirates. And with the latest Dawntrail, the latest expansion, I found it took too long to pick up in the story, and then by the time it picked up, it kind of just ended. That's my main issue with the Dawntrail. It just picks up, like, takes a while to pick up and get into the story, and then it just ends. With Stormblood, the entire domain part of it, you know, when you go up into the steppe, and from there right up until you to the final battle is actually kind of fun with Stormblood, but the lead, like, to get there is like it's a slug. Other than that, overall I like the entire story of the game. It's a good fun fun game. I wonder what those sea dogs will try and steal when there's no harvest. Wonder too. There you go. Ah, good to see the tools back and in serviceable condition, which will be more than we can say of Severin when we get our hands on him. The wretch likely had a role in the theft. Despite him meeting the pirates in secret I did, I couldn't care less if the wastrel weren't learned. But when he consults with outposts that take our tools away, he crosses the line. Dalrin ought to know what sort of scallywag he's dealing with. Take word to him. So I can do that. Like, the main issue with The Realm Reborn is the length. That's just because they had to drag it over, I think, 2 years? From when it dropped to when they brought out Heavensward. So they had to drag the end game like a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat with Dawntrail. It's like a very slow build. But, the best way I can describe it is slow build, and then all of a sudden it picks up and just ends. And I think they did that for the patches to add more story. But it's just like, eh. I'm waiting to see what they do next. Alright, making off without tools. Earthwell did well not to take matters into his own hands. Last thing I need is blood on my hands. But I'll be damned if Sauron thinks he can take us for fools. His treachery won't go unpunished. uh, I've come to expect a great deal from you, lad. You never once let me down. Yet what I'd ask of you now goes beyond all I've asked before. Would you hear my plea all the same? Of course I would. Just desserts. Stalrin has reason to believe that Severin is up to no good. Something must be. Sorry. It eases my mind to have you here. You're no doubt familiar with that scoundrel Severin by now. While the scheming scapegrace Ross is at it again. Since that letter came for him, he's been sulking about in that manner he does when he's up to no good. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. That's why I'm kind of just doing the patches as I come, and I'll evaluate the entire expansion when it finishes to see if it was any good or not. I'm hoping it's going to come to a really, really fun ending. Yeah, he's rounded up his rogues and buggered off with nary a word to anyone. I've grown accustomed to his insolence, but something tells me this is different. It ain't exactly damning, but when last I had words with him, he didn't look defiant so much as haunted. I can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble around more than. So I was hoping you might hunt his sorry hide down and drag it back here before it's too late. The ungrateful little cur bites me every chance he gets, but I can't quite bring myself to cut him loose. I suppose he reminds me a bit of my younger self. Suffice it to say, I'd rather he didn't come to a sticky end. As for how to find him, I try asking Renewida, the Aetheryte. She was the last one to see him. I guess I she'll be able to tell you where he was headed. As I said, with the dev team and, the creators basically have made the game so far, they deserve, they deserve to have a few missteps and it be smoothed over. Even if Dawntrail isn't great, it's still a good game in general. Nothing that passes through those gates escapes my notice. I saw the Rouser and his rabble set out for a word whisper cannon all over, singing about drinking themselves stupider. Kiki Soda said I should join them. I told them I'd rather shrivel up and then sip whatever it was that had pickled their brains. If you find the idle swine, be sure to give him a cuff around the ear from me. Ooh, chocolate. I know what porches are. Thank you very much. I now have you unlocked. The only thing I really want them to expand upon is the making the dungeons less wait time for them. It's the only thing. So one thing I keep experiencing during the main quest, like scenario quest, the dungeons that you're basically forced to do, you end up waiting like 30-40 minutes up to an hour and a half sometimes. The only thing that I would say needs to be really looked at and fixed. Other than that, this game's great. They've put a lot of hours in. Wait, found this guy. Oh, wait. With all the dirty, deceitful, downright dastardly deeds that slippery boss has done. Claiming to take the lads out for the drink only to lead us straight into a bloody trap. We don't get no lower than that. Of course, I've learned to stay a step ahead of old Severance, so I was ready, but the others weren't so lucky. You had to help them. Yeah. Well, on my main, because I'm a paladin, I have literally sat there for 40 minutes to do a duty. So, it's like, sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes you get in like 5 minutes. It's just something that I think could be worked upon to make it a little easier. My ex may as well be in a white flag for all the good it did. Hope you fare better all the sorry bosses are done for. Said I don't usually play DPS. Tank all the way. If it's not Marauder, I play Paladin. The other one. Never might have got us into this mess, but I ain't about to let him give his life for us. We're sooner bow to a fishback than be at that conniving bastard's debt. 2 arms. Sorry about it. A true knave. You betray even yourself, Severin. Ugh. We were prepared to overlook the matter of your desertion on the condition that you provided us with suitable replacements. That was the agreement. Yet your latest change of heart leaves your debt to us unpaid. Few are they who betray the serpent Reavers twice. You will not do so at that time. Hurrying behind your protector will only delay the inevitable. One of those wretch, your life is all you have left. And worthless though it be, we shall take it. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul that it may wake to life. Maybe. That might actually be the issue. But then again, why would there be less healers, right? Unless healing isn't great. Which is still something that I reckon they could do to make help it. Make healing more fun. It's complex, there's a lot that goes into it, you know. It was far easier than I remember. That the golem could be vanquished. That man is no ordinary adventurer. And the story gets more interesting. Uh, snake slithered away. I am only glad he did not have the chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Yeah. Another thing you could probably do is reduce how tanky the tanks are. That allows the healers to do more healing. Right? 'Cause I know that was an issue before. Those pirates do not belong to any of the known Lamincian factions. Whom then do they serve? The beast tribes? Surely not. 'Cause I remember there was a big outcry because they made tanks more tankier, so they weren't having to be healed as much, and they also have, I think they gave Marauder more heals, which was another issue that was going around. But the timing of their appearance coincides all too neatly with the recent surge in Sahagin and Cobalt activity. Something is afoot. The question is what? That too. My opinion, it should be equal amount. Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? God help us if it should prove so. Unso would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two. But all is yet speculation. I must needs find evidence. I think that would also help if it was like balance, like the same amount as healers and tanks as DPS, so it's like a pool. The seas continue to rise, while the lesser moon continues to fall. And ill by ill, the world becomes ever more unlike itself. It is as though we swore foretold. The coming of chaos has rendered the laws of nature mutable, blurring the boundary between the material and ethereal planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. But they are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on our side. Never did the creed or the Sharlayan ring more true. Never did I dream that I would possess the means to see Aether. Yet now that I do begin to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Sharlayan seem commonplace. Yeah, for you, have you come for the festivities? Today, the milestone officially makes the Great Hole in the Sea its training ground. Join in the celebrations. Wait, a disturbance in the etheric fluid, but whence does it emanate? See some grotto, perhaps? So yeah, it's like... My whole thing is like, once you do that... Yeah, no worries, thank you for coming in and watching as much as you have, and I'll catch you around. Enjoy the rest of your day. What have we here? Can you walk? Sorry, regrettably no. He eluded me. Understood. I will inform the Commodore. You collapsed from your exertions. Are you suitably recovered? Yeah. Severin here has apprised me of all that transpired. His account shed some light upon how you came to be attacked by a golem of all things. A golem is a mindless automaton. Ignorant save when commanded to be otherwise. Common pirates could not hope to control such a thing so arcane. Sparkings. Then these tattooed wretch are no common pirates. They are the minions of Sahagin. As to their purpose, well, I shall get to the bottom of it. But first I must escort Severin back to his place of employment. I dare say Stellan will be wondering what has become of him. And you too, for that matter. I will bear word to him of your preservation. But I am certain he will like to thank you in person. Pray pay the man a visit. Ah, he told me of you, but perhaps he did not tell you of me. My name is Justala. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in the hope that it might offer us up some clue as to our predicament. I'd say I owed you my life. With that uncovered, if it weren't for you, my friends would be dead and all. It's a debt I can never repay, but I'll not make things worse by running away. Bring me to Summerford Farms and I'll face the consequences. For reasons I cannot fathom, you seem... Forgive me, mayhap we shall have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Until I pass the next cross film. Let's go. Quest, which is turn that in and probably get the next. Oh, yeah, next one. Oh, I should look get Philo. Oh. Oh. Oh, I knew you'd return. Your Stella delivered someone a bit ago. Tales of heroic deeds pursued you. The rest came shuffling back too, a lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that and the rest. There was once a serpent reaver. A throw to the Shahag? 7 hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they are naught but the fishback flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's things we won't do. We've got a code, see, but the Reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching lower bite on the mincings. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Shahagan masters. I knew I had to get away. But I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself a new home. Summerfoot Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long here, and word soon spread all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, but the Reefers offer me a way out instead. Their freedom in exchange for my mates. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't bloody thinking. Too busy soiling myself. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the time came, you made the right decision. The man say little to me, but I hear him talk of how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed however good can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that, I do. That's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I will bring shame to the farm no. You'll hear no arguments from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guide you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. And I'll always be in your debt still. Okay. I owe you a debt too, Gaspard. Not once have you let me down. Thank you for saving the men of my farm. If I could ask one more favor of you, it'd be this. Tell Baderon what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he put in a good word for Severin, if he knew the whole story. He's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets listen to. Well, I reckon I've asked all I can possibly. Safe travel, son. Back to Baderon. No, then I'm just gonna keep him there. Really, that's return. Alright, okay. Okay. Yeah. It's been a very, very long day. You returned to me a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make each swing an instinctive axe. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in that endeavor. Its pages are marked with opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, myriad methods by which you might improve your techniques. But when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of intelligence. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. The next quest will be at level 5. Ooh, my mistake, yep. Yeah, I got the hunting log. To get what? Which X in the stone. X-Master Rinzoin wishes you to experience a traditional Marauder training method. This spot, you approach me with the Marauder's strides. Marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to be in a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the X aside from the Gladius or the dagger is its raw, unstoppable destruction, wrought by its thick, heavy blade. That overwhelming power can only be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a Marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild. A method that you too shall be taught to employ. Bring yourself to Broenbar in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Yeah, I can do that. Yes. There it is. I had to find it. Broenbar. The ex-master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Broenbar. Good, it's good. It is to meet a new... Good it is to meet a new Marauder. Now we X-Marauders build strength and control by splitting bonds. That's right. A traditional method involves smashing the rocks with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing. You need to hit the rock just so. Rotterdam, a fellow Marauder is waiting just outside the Sapphire Gate by the bridge over the road. She'll tell you how it's done. Uh-huh. I love this music. That's one go. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone, are ye? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy, just tin them with a good, solid head sweat. I gotta do that, Super fun. That's the way to do it, lad. Now you got the idea. Why don't you have at him a little harder? That heavy swing of yours, eh? Oh, nothing back. Heavy swing. Mm-hmm. No, no, no. Easily to do. Oh, yeah, I can see you're a natural. Your head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to X Master Rienzo and let him know you're ready for something hard. I will do just that, after I kill this little bug. Easy peasy. Do, 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 do. Item 13, so that should be the right unit. Get the one after. I'll have to hit 15. Good sir. As the training loosen your muscles and focus your mind. Yes, bud. An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Steed, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalo crabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your powers. As this is your first outing on official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran wanderer by the name of Skullwhip. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your. It's this music is so peaceful. Hi, Gaspard. I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on their more dangerous task. I suppose Rinzoin expects me to give you the details, then very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalo crab. As near the Morning Widow in Lower Lanosia. I shall trust you to find your own way there. Just don't forget your axe. Nosia. I could never forget my axe. I'm one with the axe, and the axe is one with me. I am one with the axe, and the axe is one with me. We are of each other, the same mind. This question. Bloody hell, life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured. But you needn't worry yourself, our young son. The Yellow Jacket as ends out. The punishment is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from Hanging to kill more. Kindly gent that he is. I'm only jesting with you. I'll see he's treated fair. Now, it sounds to me like you've done everything else Dalewyn asked of you, and more justified me generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. Okay, let's get to it. As for a reward, well, he's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell with a free room and Venturing's a trying business up to all of them as don't rest their bones every now and again, and end up with broken bones. Take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shadow up. But that's good. There'll always be a free bed for you here, for you, so make use of it. Waiting rooms? Hell yeah. Not that you'll have much time for lying around, but with all the leaves you'll be doing. Oh, didn't I mention I'm putting your name down for leaves? The guild rules all manner of clients, offering all manner of odd jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how much folk will pay to avoid doing it on a state rate. Just give tomorrow Mokiri a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. You'll always have some task or other for you to do. Guild leaves. Oh, and it's all about board, in case you're wondering. Be careful to stay on the Admiral's right side. Some point I could mention. I'll tell you, if it turns out they ought to do with their kidnappings, there'll be 7 L's to pay. A proper bleeding reckoning. Yep, that's what Limson needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to ride it. But we'll have time for such talk when you're well and rested. Till then, enjoy the ranges of spill. I hate this guy. I hate to talk. It's so hard to say the words. Yes, recommendations, if they display as a quest duties currently available. Yep. Level type. Hi. Adrian, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, has suggested to put you on the road towards the new adventures. Oh, do you faggots spot rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well then, I have an idea where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the Skylift down in the middle of Mercia? If you ever visited Woad Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing on these spots. That big bleeding scaffolding attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lassies out there using it to haul cargo up the cliff face. I'll labor that, and I hear they could use an enterprising soul to pick up the odd jobs without no other buggers has the time to deal with. Back them down and Edo the operation bloke by the name of Raikrit. And I'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. Ugh. Makes your tongue tight now. Fire speak, as I call it. It's your tongue twisted. So I'll look at it right now. So it's not the Zephyr. Oh. should go down that after the fact. That way I can teleport out here and not have to worry about running. Let's see, lost. Yeah, let's go do this nest. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhap they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers got him. I told Seagull not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Gaspard. We need to move now. Understood. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go fight a crab. Let's find some crabs. Gonna make myself some crab patties. Ah, bugger shite. Get away from me, you bloody great bastard. Hey, leave the kid alone. Just leave him alone. I got you. Run. No, I was thinking. It unfortunately removes my fake stance, which means I can't pull aggro. But there's one more. Don't let the nose have all the fun. Let's get these crabs. Run. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. Can't even play outside no more. What with all these scary monsters about. Me ma and me da, they were both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An Aurochs big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. I make it pay for what it did to me, folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like this spot here who'll be glad to do just that. What you need to do is head home with your grandpa. You let us worry about that big, nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, Gaspard. And you headed back as well before Ring Zoan begins to worry I'll left your corpse for the crowds. time to go back. I will go and grab the before I actually come down here. No, I don't. I feel like it. Make this one done. So, you have shattered the shells of the megalith crabs to save the life of a child into the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merits. Well done, Gaspard. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stand. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from the usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is a known terror in the lands of Andalusia. I was seeking to expand its territory. That boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with at once. The thoughts of vengeance flight through your mind, Gaspard. Nurture those urges, but are not yet active. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth that challenges this challenge demands. You will do just that by taking your gloves. Take Despite I have gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Zikard bade you slay. The tales name this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujatas in terrifying flesh also call him a stampeding mountain. Such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek you to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distant goal, I send you to blind iron mines. We have had a word that folk are falling prey to the claws of the local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from those unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blade sing in righteousness. Okay. That is... yeah. Do that, do this. Let's go do this. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm having fun playing. And is there anything you want to, say, suggest, comment on? Just feel free. I welcome it all. There's another one down on the hunting log. Another one down, another one down, another hunting log down. The dust. The creature bites the dust. I stuffed that up. I threw stuff that up. Another one down, another one gone, another hunting one completed. Very pretty. Graphics update did a wonderful job. Makes everything look just so much nicer, doesn't it? With a simple upgrade to graphics does still make. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go to death. Oh, that's a hunt. Very cool by you. I know, probably be. I wouldn't say you're an S. Maybe. All the way back to the town. And I'm going to say goodbye and thank you for tuning in and wish you all a wonderful evening.
Been wearing life like it's a noose around my neck, hunting vultures as they fly. Every spring a flower blossoms in my head, and every winter time it dies. I've become the hunted. I've become the hunted. I've become
It's gonna feel great.